Hello, Jan here from Into the Woods. It's the first day of June. It's beautiful. The sun is shining. It's warm. The wren is singing her little heart out. And I'm in the garden. I've come to the vegetable garden to plant out some plants that I've been growing in the greenhouse. It's really warm enough now for the more tender plants, so they need to get out here and start doing it. I've come to plant out these beautiful little amaranth plants. I think the variety is Red Army. They are going to be beautiful in salads and stews and cooked as a vegetable. Highly nutritious, very nice. And I went to the internet to find out what spacing they need to be, and I read how to take care of them, how to grow them, and I thought I'd read it to you because it just kind of demonstrates the difference between my system of gardening and what is a common system of gardening and the way that I used to do it. So it says for amaranth, sow seeds in rows, keep soil moist until seedlings sprout, weed by hand until the plants are 4 inches tall, gradually thinning plants to 18 inches apart. As the plants grow, they will shade out most summer weeds. Okay, so I haven't had to do any of that. I have not had to keep this bed watered while they were seeds and while we were waiting for them to sprout and while they were babies. I didn't have to keep an eye on them, and we've been in a drought, so I would have had to be keeping a close eye on these guys here. Instead, I took a module, I filled it with compost, rich compost full of nutrition. I sowed the seeds, I put it on the self-watering system, and they've just done it themselves. Weed by hand. I haven't done any weeding until this point, and I'm not going to do any at all. You'll come to see how I mulch it. Until they are 4 inches tall, which they are about now. So I've leapt from sowing the seed to final spacing in one go. I'm doing all of that work now, and it's going to take me about a quarter of an hour. And that would have been a lot of work, day to day, drip work, which I'm not very good at. It does mean that they're already spaced at 18 inches, and so there are big gaps in between. And that means that I can grow something else that has a shorter life in between. So I'm going to put some little beetroots that have also been growing in the greenhouse. I'm going to put them in between, and by the time the beetroots are mature and I crop them, these amaranth will have grown to fill the space. It's so easy. So here we are 10 minutes later, they're all in the ground. It was as easy as that. I'm just going to give them a really good water, and you see I've put them into pits. That means that any water that I give them or any rain that falls is concentrated where it's going to do the most good. And all I need to do now is tuck them in with some mulch. I never need to weed them. All I have to do is crop. Yay.